food was super.
Was it a steak? You stayed for steak Friday?
Oh yeah.
Somebody said that was really, really good.
Yes.
Yeah, the chili cook-off, yeah.
Bill, stand please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Welcome to the Township October Board meeting. Everybody's present. Thank you very much for coming tonight. We've got a kind of an important thing on the agenda this evening, unlike other evenings. So we'll start right off with the call to order. Everybody's here. Jerry, that casserole was fantastic. It is a great recipe. Everybody wants it at the house, so we'll get it later.
Christy asked, I'll write it down.
Oh, did she? All right.
Well, why don't you bring some for the board, too, so we know what they
When we have a day meeting, I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
No church.
Has everybody had a chance to read the minutes as presented by the clerk?
Yeah.
Motion to approve?
I'm going to.
Jerry, second. Warren, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. At this time, we'll entertain anyone who might have something to say with regard to specific thing in the township. Have some concerns?
I take it you're looking at the audience. I'll tell you what's going on. The Aqua has popped up again. So Aqua now has filed for eminent domain against all of us, primarily those that have homes. The farms don't get into this. If they can't come to terms with the, hey George, if they can't come to terms with the road commissioners, they're just not going to go in the ditch and they're going to go up on their properties. And they will file against each and every one of us individually, eminent domain, and take all our trees out. Some of us have buildings to sacrifice. We need to know what's going on with these road commissioners. Somehow, some way that's going to be brought. I don't want to lose all my trees. Now they came up with a deal and offered us anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 for the land, from $241. Okay, I don't care. My trees are worth $20,000 to me, and all they're going to do is put in 2-inch in diameter trees once they cut down mine. So somehow, some way, we have to come to terms with Aqua. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of unhappy homeowners. Like I said, the farms don't care. They're going to come up on their property and they'll get their land taken care of, and it's no big deal. The people that own homes are going to be upset. So I need to know what's going on.
Well, I wish I could tell you, John is the first name?
Yes.
Yeah. I wish I could tell you, John, I haven't talked with Bruce for some time. I don't know what he and the other two road commissioners are, what they have prepared. I don't know if David, the road commissioner from Moline Township, and...
I don't remember his name.
Steve. Yeah. Steve Fick?
Who is
Steve Fick?
Steve, yeah.
This just happened over the weekend. Right?
Over the weekend? Okay.
Now, they filed for eminent domain on us some weeks ago, but now it's come into writing. So, and that will take them some months to get that done, of course.
Yeah.
You know, but the point is that who's getting hurt on this whole deal is the homeowners. Now I'm balancing a grader with what's going to happen to a homeowner out here. Somewhere along the line, somebody's got to lose. I don't want to lose. And I represent the homeowners.
Which group? Are you with Gene May's group?
Yes.
Okay.
Now he's on him and Tony are on the farm side. I'm the guy that's on the home owner side.
Okay, John.
Yeah. Otherwise, you know, I mean, Gene really didn't have to come tonight because it doesn't affect him. So we're getting pretty upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I thought maybe I'd run into Bruce tonight because again, this is the last minute. But we've got to come to terms. Maybe he's not going to get a grader.
Get a grader?
Well, that's what he says he wants out of them.
Oh, no, I think it goes deeper than that.
Oh, it may,
The
oh, no,
last
I know there's
conversa-
some money for property and stuff.
Yeah, the last conversation I had with Bruce was that they weren't coming to terms with follow-up on future years after the road settles. They wanted to wash their hands of it. And Bruce was concerned about that because whatever he was being offered wasn't necessarily enough. It had to include follow-up on their end to make sure that if the road started to sink, that it wasn't going to be the township's expense that was going to have to repair that road.
That's kind of funny, because they signed agreements with us to perpetuality. Whatever happened, if our driveway sank, they would fix it. You know, if whatever they did with our properties, if there wasn't, something wasn't put back where it ended up to where it needed to be staying in a certain position, they were going to take care of that. So I don't understand why they wouldn't.
You know, that was the last conversation I had with Bruce on it, and I wasn't aware of any more meetings with Aqua because they have pretty much bypassed me, which...
I know they did this twice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am aware of that, and I would be upset about that too.
Yeah, they haven't got me involved. Judy was involved at some point. Has Judy been helping you?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't speak for Bruce, John.
Okay, well, no, I'm really not expecting you. I'm just bringing this up because, you know, I mean, they're trying every kind of tactic possible. I just don't want to lose my trees. He doesn't want to lose any more trees.
Yeah.
You know, and I called a couple of homeowners, and again, you know, this was 9 o'clock last night. I ended up calling everybody. I didn't expect many at the time. So.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're still going up Egyptian Trail all the way through Monique. I mean, you talk about losing trees and pieces of property, septic fields. I mean, I don't know how you do that.
I don't get it.
I mean,
I don't get it. I mean, I don't understand how many years it's going to be for this project to be profitable for them. You know, I think that they just filed wrong. Is really what it amounted to.
Yeah, I wish, in retrospect, and we had said this before, when Piatone was negotiating with them, where they decided where they were going to put this thing, we were not privy. And that irritates me more than anything, that we weren't involved. And since then, George has left town, the village now, but and George and I had discussions about it after the fact. Well, if we'd have been involved in it, I could have represented the people of Will Township.
Right.
We were totally left out of it. So all of a sudden, next thing I know, we have a 2-mile thing to deal with. Crawford on the west side and Egyptian Trail on the east side.
Yeah, right.
And then they start coming to meetings. And so, wait a minute, why didn't you invite us to the meetings you had in Piatone? And I guess Monique was involved in it, Piatone was involved in it, but the townships weren't. So I don't understand why they weren't, because now it's affecting the townships, not so much as the village.
Yeah, well, it's been pushed off, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
I'm leaving for a couple of weeks after the chili cook-off. I always go away.
2 weeks is not going to kill this deal.
Yeah. So
You know,
I promise you, I'll get back with Bruce and try to
well,
get something.
I'll try. I usually stop and see him.
Oh, okay.
You know, I just thought I'd run into him tonight.
Yeah.
But it's not a big deal. You don't have to chase him down. I know where to find him.
Okay. But believe me, we're in this together because
Okay.
Bruce wants to do what's right for the township, and that includes the constituents, not just the
I
township.
am not
So,
arguing
yeah.
about Bruce. He's always been very good to us.
Yeah.
Okay? That is not what this is about. It's just that it's, you know, and you know what? Probably playing 2 ends against the middle. You know, I wouldn't
Well,
know.
yeah, they probably could be doing that, I suppose,
Yeah.
to force Bruce into a position.
Well, like I said.
But he's got 2 other towns. They give 2 other townships to be concerned
Oh, I know.
about.
Oh,
Not
I know.
just Bruce.
Yeah, I'm aware. Okay, I will not trouble you guys anymore.
Well, you're not troubling us, John, at all.
Well, okay,
We
all right.
appreciate you.
Well, I mean tonight.
Yeah.
You got other business to take care of. I just want to make you know, okay?
Well, thank you, John.
Thank you.
George, did you have? George?
No, I got nothing. I got a question. If they're gonna do that, then they're going past what they notified you guys
They're
of?
coming out of the ditch. They're
So they're
filing-
going further than what they said before?
They're coming up in our yards.
That would be
They're
40
coming-
feet at
and-
least.
And again,
Beyond the easement, right?
and again,
Oh, 40
the
feet?
farmers don't really care, because they're getting a bag of money for the land. They're being compensated. Trust me, they're being compensated. Okay? But why do they care? The land's gonna be reclaimed back. They're not losing any trees, they're not losing any buildings. It's just farmland. And I don't mean to be disrespectful of the farmers, that's not that either. It's just that it's farmland, and when they're done, they just reclaim it. Remediate, whatever you want to call that, but when they come through up out of the ditch and onto the property, now we got an issue.
Yeah, they want 40 feet beyond the end of the easement, which would be a total of 33 feet plus 40. You're looking at 70, 80 feet from the center of the road.
Ooh,
It's
70.
33, pardon?
70 or 80 feet from the center of the road?
Well, that's the last thing I heard, because 33 feet from the center is the township easement, or public utility easement. They want to go 40 feet beyond that, from what I understand. And that's where they're going to pick up your trees that are not in the easement. I mean, trees in the easement are fair game. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah,
But if
no,
it's
none
outside
of these
that,
are in easement.
if it's in that 33 feet, that's fair game. But outside of that, up to no, that's negotiable, obviously. And even the 33 feet is negotiable from the homeowner.
Eminent domain, they don't care.
Well, that's it.
Then you have no power. So, okay.
Well, then
Thank you.
eminent domain, then the farmers won't get what they're allotted then either, because they'll be knocked down in price. 'Cause
That could be. That could be. I mean, the change, like I said, if you use my property as an example, George, I don't know what they offered you, but they offered me $241 initially, and now it's up to in between $1,500 and $2,000. Well, you know, that's a little bit more, probably.
But it
You know,
doesn't replace the trees.
And now,
like you said.
in essence, we can sign the contract with them, they'll give us the $2,000, but now they're gonna come up in the yard too. So I suppose the $2,000 is supposed to, $1,500 to $2,000 is supposed to make us happy. I mean, I'm losing a ton of trees. Everybody down my street is losing a ton of trees. You're losing all the rest of what's left.
Yeah, I got quite a few out there. You know, 2 of them are dead, they can have them. But I got all my evergreens I just put in within the last couple of years,
Yeah.
and now they're gonna tear them all up and give me 2-inch trees. That kind of sucks, when they can put it in the ditch and not affect my evergreens at all.
Well, but not if they don't come to terms with the road commissioners. And, well, I guess that's what it is, really. Come to terms with what needs to be done. I know it's so much a mile, correct? The equipment is, and you're talking about bringing it back to, for a period of time? There's some-
I think that's Bruce's concerns.
Okay, yeah. Okay. All right, well, George, you got anything else?
No.
Okay, thanks, folks.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. And we're in this with you. Don't feel like you can't come to the meetings to talk about it.
thought that.
Yeah, okay, John.
But always let you know what Aqua's pulling.
Well, thank you. I wish I would more, and they kind of cut me out of the loop, I think.
Thank you.
Willow Township Plan Commission has not met. Bruce is not here. Assessor is not here. Clerk is here. Have you got anything for us?
No, nothing has come across the wires.
I don't have anything really except for the I.MYP for 1722, which is the same thing they did for 1621 last year, so we'll talk more about that in just a few minutes. Trustees, at this time, do you have anything to bring before the board? Paul?
Oh, I heard a rumor. You want a rumor?
Found it?
Probably. My son flew into South Suburban Airport last week to take his mommy off for her birthday. And he noticed a big clearing running north and south, probably runway. And apparently they're going to put in another runway south of Eagle Lake Road, a commercial runway. And that is the taxiway. Already getting ready for it.
That's out of the blue.
From the
That's just a
Airport
carport
manager.
south of Eagle Lake Road.
yeah.
That's parallel to Western.
Well, Eagle Lake is going to be east and west,
Yeah.
but now they're getting a taxiway to get to it. But it depends on the impasse of the Illinois budget. Apparently, they think they're going to start construction as soon as
I doubt
things are straight and sure now.
this is the first I heard.
I know.
I mean, Kelly would be jumping up and down if that, she'd be all over the newspapers with that.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard anything from her, except her flip-flop on the gun issues.
Yeah.
Well, if they all flip-flop. Well, thank you. Anything else, Paul? Jerry?
No.
Well, thank you. Daughter has a beautiful voice. Wow.
Oh,
I hope
thank
she
you.
keeps up with it.
Yeah.
We had a nice turnout at the chili cook-off, and Jenna sang.
Did she sing by herself? I must
Yeah, I
have
think she
missed her.
sang, used to sing by
Oh,
herself,
okay.
as far as I know. She,
Yeah.
because the people came up to me and said, "Who's that young girl?" I said, "Oh, I think that's Andrea's daughter, I'm not
Oh.
sure." Okay, moving right along, then we'll get into old business. Larry Lorenz has presented me with a contract to be presented to the Heisner family. We have contracted with Lorenz Auctions and Real Estate to act as a buyer agent for us. Larry is good friends with both sides of the issue. With your grace, I authorized him to speak on our behalf at the last meeting. So Larry has talked with the family, and we have a contract to present. And what we need to do tonight is review it and then give me the approval to go ahead and present this to the Heisner family. The contract calls for $10,000 an acre for the survey. Right now, it's approximately 1.26 acres that we are preparing to purchase, which would be, if the contract is accepted at $10,000 per acre, would be $12,600, plus surveying, plus legal fees, plus stamps, plus all the stuff that you have to get involved with the transfer of property. We have a contingency in our budget, which we have had ever since we came on board. I came on board at $50,000 for. So we do have it in the budget. We do have it in the bank. We don't have to borrow money.
Could you repeat that? He will pay the closing costs?
We will pay whatever legal fees are necessary. Survey,
Survey?
transfer, stamps, whatever that is.
Yeah, right.
Whatever closing costs there are, and I would imagine, I don't know exactly what, if we're going to put this through Steve's office. So Steve is also attorney for, I think, does attorney work for Heisner, so we probably have an attorney working with both of us, because this is not a big deal here, folks.
No.
Really.
No.
But, so the costs involved are mute, really, with this, a purchase of this size. But we want to be, we don't want to leave anything on the table either.
I could go on with that. Pay the closing costs and survey. And if it's grease on the ground, of course. Yes, I could see that.
Andrew, you got any issues or questions?
No.
Paul? Jerry?
I think it's a good idea. I really, we need that space.
Yes, we do. And the family, the Heisner family is very understanding, and they're not asking a realistic
Right.
price. So with the board's approval, I'll go ahead and present this, give this to Larry to present to the Heisner family.
Good. Do we need a motion on that?
Yes, we need a motion on that, please.
Also move.
And is there a second, please? Paul, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Now, I should have asked this before, but everybody's familiar with the tract that we're looking at. Okay. Okay, I'll put this in Larry's, I'll leave this in the office. I told Larry this evening that if we got approval from the board, that I would leave this in Bruce's office so he can come pick it up, because I'll be gone for the next 10 weeks and 2 days. Okay, thank you, board. New business, I don't have any new business. Anybody have any new business they want to bring up? I don't know any. Correspondence, Illinois Department of Transportation. This is their annual update of the 5-year plan. Last year at this time it was the 2016-2021 plan. And now it is the multi-year program for the outreach meetings to talk about proposed highway improvement programs. Probably a very important meeting. It's not specifically a meeting. It's you come and look And staff will be there to talk to you about the project plans, project development processes. Public will have an opportunity to comment. There will be several exhibit boards. There are 2 meetings, one of which I will not be able to attend because I won't be in town. That's Tuesday, October 14th, downtown Willis Tower, from 1 to 4. I'll leave, if anybody can go or is interested in going, I'll make a photocopy of this so you can follow up if you want to take the train or drive downtown. The second one, which I hope to be at unless one of you goes to this previous one, is Thursday, October 22nd in Schaumburg at the IDOT District 1 office. Now, Schaumburg's a little bit of a drive, but I think it's important enough that we should probably go and see what they're planning, especially as it pertains to the Ileana, if that's still in the planning process or is it not. If it's on the boards, then obviously it's still in the planning process. If it is not on the boards, then we're pretty safe in saying that it's a done puppy. But as you know with the airports, what, since 1960 something, so here we go again maybe. So if anybody can go, the information is here. If you can go, you'll have to call ahead because downtown you'll have to go through a security check, photo ID, state identification card, driver's license to obtain a building pass. You must register in advance. And the same thing is true with we look forward to seeing you at the NYP outreach meetings and ask that you invite your constituents and local elected officials, which you are. So, but you have to call ahead to let them know that you're coming. So, that's this. Has everybody had a chance to review the bills? Did I pass them out?
No.
Ooh. Well, we better do that.
You need to take action.
Hey, you can start over there, Andy, with that one then. I'm so sorry. We'd have had this done in 3 minutes. I was
wondering, maybe I thought we didn't have any bills this morning.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
That would be a first.
We should just fax this. It goes to Bruce, and I'll give this to Helen. Okay, we're still recording, huh? Well, still recording, Mike. Looks good.
Started out home, it was pretty. Well, no, maybe check out once notice on.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you about these keys. Yours doesn't work either, Warren?
Yeah, I'll bring it the top of my truck. I did that Jake even tried it. And looked at his. Looks identical. He tried it.
Mine works.
Then what I'll do is, I won't be able to do it within a couple of weeks, but I'll have keys made off of my key up there at Lincoln Auto. We'll try again.
It looks the same.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit in.
Must be a little
Push it.
must be a little bit that doesn't work, huh?
I got no somewhere.
had something too, because Donna called me from the village of Peatone. They're gonna have a light parade, or some sort of a light parade in December in the village. And he asked if we, or she asked if we would be interested in putting one of our trucks in the parade. Of course, Bruce is not here, but we got till December the 19th. I think that's the day they're planning to do a light parade. Similar to what Creek does. Doesn't Beecher do a light parade?
Beecher has for years. I haven't been to it, but I hear it's really nice.
It is how it's all decorated and all them string the lights and you got a
Yeah.
generator running, keep it all lit.
Yeah.
No, it'd be nice to do that. Township truck.
Yeah.
How about Peatone?
I got orders. Boss is gone. He says, you will clean the truck up. So, which one am I gonna clean up? The one I drive, the old one.
Do the pickup truck, and they don't have as much to clean.
Well, that's easy, yeah.
Anybody have a feeling about the meeting on Tuesday? This coming next week? No? Anybody go downtown?
Chicago? No.
Anybody want to go to Schaumburg with me?
It's a busy rainy day or something.
Well, you guys might be in the field yet. On, well, October 22nd, you will be.
Well, never say, because it could be raining.
It's 2 p.m. to 6. We could leave at, have lunch and hit at 2 o'clock, be gone, be out of there by 3, so we're out of the heavy traffic. But Schaumburg, we could probably, what, 388? Would you take 388 or 6? What is that road?
355?
355?
Yeah, right up there.
Yeah.
Catch that in New Lenox, you'll be there in no time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe we'll go together.
Schaumburg is north of 80, right? Or
No, let me know. I might go with you.
Okay, Paul.
What date is that again?
It's the 22nd of October. That's a Thursday, and I can go to that one. I would really like to be represented by somebody, and I'll go with nobody go to this one.
Usually on Thursdays, I usually go with Sierra, either to, we're doing 19 Veterans Home now,
Oh.
and Riverside on Thursday. What Thursday is that? The first, second, third?
Well, there's 31 days, so it's got to be the fourth Thursday.
Okay. Second and fourth, that would be Veterans Home. He'll get angry.
Bills having been presented and reviewed by the trustees, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Paul, second please. Andrea, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. If nobody else has anything to say, the next meeting will be Tuesday, November the 3rd. At that time, we're going to start doing levy work, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about set a date for our township get-together for the holidays. So, if there's no further comments to be heard, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment. Jerry, second please. Andrea, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all.